If you've been looking to use Facebook or Instagram ads to blow up your personal brand, then you need to watch this video, because in this video I'm going to give you a step-by-step walkthrough on how to use meta ads, that Facebook ads or Instagram, to grow your personal brand this year. It's going to be a step-by-step tutorial, so if you're not a fan of long tutorials, you can skip this one. But if you're ready to get started, let's dive straight into it. Hi guys, now in this video, like I said, I'm going to show you how to use paid advertising, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, to grow your personal brand online. Don't forget now, growing your personal brand is totally different from trying to grow like a business page. Okay, and in this video, this is exactly what we're going to cover. This is going to be a long tutorial, so if you're one who doesn't fancy long tutorials, this will be the best time to run out. All right. So, what is the first thing we are going to do? The first thing we are going to do is, of course, we're inside our Facebook account. We're going to go to Ads Manager. There are different objectives, right? There are different things you can do or you can use to get these results that you crave. So, what exactly do you do? This is a client account, of course, that has almost done 2 million, right? But I just want to show you exactly how we can set up these paid advertising campaigns, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, his or her personal brand. When we click the create button, what are the options we have? Options we have are: one, awareness, right? So for awareness, there's reach, brand awareness campaigns. I don't want to, the easiest way for me to explain it to you is the fact that this is what a lot of big companies use. This is what a lot of corporations use, right? You don't see them going about creating some purchase campaigns, trying to sell you a bottle of Coke through a website. No, all they need to do is build on their brand awareness, and for as long as they keep building on their brand awareness, you would know that they are still in the game. Their brand, their business still in the game, so you can get their products. And this is the reason why everything falls under awareness. So also, they also show you sometimes their store locations. Say for example, they drop a new store location, they let you know about it. Okay. The second option says traffic. This is a good option if you are just getting people to click a link, right? If you just want to get people to click a link, this is it's a fair and a good option. But what we really want to do to build a personal brand, you need to be able to convert people, but you also need them to have some sort of communication with you. So the first place we are going to start is the place that says engagement. The first place we can start is the place that says engagement. So what do we do in this case? We're going to click engagement, and then we can decide to use one of the options here, all right? So there are so many options here, but what I would advise we start out with is video views. If you want to build a personal brand, a great way to do this is by using a video that connects to the audience you're trying to reach out to, right? That explains who you are or what you do through that video, and then you invite them to engage with you through that video. I'm going to come here and then I'll click continue. I'll come down and then click manual engagement campaign and continue. Good. So now we're on the campaign level first. I'm going to try to make this as easy and simple as possible for you all. So starting from the campaign level, I want to explain to you what I mean by this. The campaign level is like the project level. Imagine you are a project manager. You are someone who handles an event, right? The name of that event is the name of the campaign. Everything else you do underneath that event, the things I will explain to you subsequently. So the first one is the campaign name. So say for example, you're trying to introduce your personal brand. And what's my personal brand name? MrTrillLife. I'll say MrTrillLife personal brand or PB campaign. You can give it any name. I'll scroll down. I'll leave all of this turned off, and then I will click next. So you see, that was my event. Now, aside knowing my event, another thing I also need to know is who exactly I'm inviting for my event, right? Who's gonna come for my event? Who needs to see the event, and right? Who needs to see that? I'm trying to show you guys this because I know a lot of you have been told, yeah, build relationship with your audience using organic and do this and do that. create content, post content, go live. While all of those things are great, I'm trying to show you an easier way to get more people to see your brand. Okay. On the ad set level, the ad set level now explains the kind of people you want to see this invite or see this event. What kind of people are they? Let us say, for example, I'm MrTrillLife. I teach people all things self-improvement, living a good life, building good relationships, building a business, and making sales and making money, right? So they can be fulfilled. For the ad set name, I could call it my audience, right? By the way, everything I spoke about in this particular instance, that's everything the MrTrillLife brand represents. So I'm just putting this out there. We're going to scroll down a bit. It says conversion location. Where do you want them? Do you want them on Messenger, WhatsApp, or do you want them on your ad, right? On your ad. For this campaign, I would want them on my ad. I don't want them to call me, right? I'm not trying to build likes for a Facebook page. I'm not advertising an app. I would want them to engage on the particular video they are seeing. So I'll change this to on your ad. Alright. Now the engagement types, there are different options here. There is video views on your ad, there is post engagement on your ad, event responses, and reminder sets. Which option would I use? So I can use either video views or post engagement, but this is relative. But what I would prefer to use is post engagement. Why am I using post engagement? Because I'm trying to build a relationship with this audience, right? I don't want them just viewing a video and leaving. I want to build a relationship with them. So I want to say something that would spark a reaction, right? That would get them in the comment section saying stuff like, oh, what this guy is saying makes sense. Oh, I don't agree with this. You understand? That's what I'm trying. That's the kind of relationship I'm trying to build with the audience. So for that reason, post engagement, meaning engagement on that particular post. Now they say performance goal. So what do you want? There's maximize engagement, there's maximize daily unique reach, or maximize impressions. The best one to use here, in my opinion, is maximize engagement. Let me tell you how ads work. Paid ads, Facebook, on Instagram, all of these platforms. Tell the system exactly what you want, and they'll give you exactly what you want. That's how it works. You don't tell the system you want sales, and then it's going to start giving you likes. No. If you say you want sales, optimize it to give you sales and you get sales. If you say you want video views, optimize it for video views, and that's exactly what you get. So for that reason, I want engagements on the particular post. I'm going to click maximize engagement with the post, and I'll leave cost per results. Where it says more options, you leave that. Delivery, you leave it as standard. Now in the budget, because this is one place a lot of people come and then they ask me a lot of questions. How much should I use? What should I do? What do you think I'm doing wrong? What do you think I'm doing right? You're not doing a lot of things wrong. But most of you fail to realize that this is not 2015, all right? This is not 2013. This is not 2018, where ad costs were relatively low and the competition was like the barrier for entry was way higher, right? Now the barrier for entry is really low and the supply is way higher than the demand. So for that reason, what every advertiser needs is more time and a better budget to commit to whatever they need to do, right? Better budget to commit to whatever. Advertiser needs is a better budget to commit to whatever they need to do. So for that reason, I tell some clients, I tell people who just care to ask, I tell them use a better budget. In fact, in my words, in the exact words I say, I tell them, you want to get results from ads, use a budget that is uncomfortable for you. Yeah, I know, seems like crazy advice, but use a budget that is crazy or it's over the top for you, because chances are a lot of your mini competitors will be bidding way below that. A lot of your serious competitors will be bidding above that, but you want to be able to also stay above the level of the guys picking the crumbs. So for that reason, I could start out with a budget of this every day. If I have a Naira account, I could start out with this every day. This is just a ritual. It has nothing to do with anything, but I like scheduling my ads to start by midnight of the next day. So yeah, and I'm not gonna put an end date. When you put an end date, you make the system, you put the system under some sort of pressure to try to force results. AI systems, automated systems don't give the best results when you try to force them. You need to be able to flow with the system. For that reason, what we're going to do is we're going to let it start, and then we'll let it run continuously. Let it run continuously. Why? Because you want people to see it everywhere. Now, the next place we're going to is still under you building this personal brand. Where do you want people to see you from, right? Are you trying to build a local audience just in your area? Are you trying to go global with this? Like, there are a lot of questions you need to answer. The truth of the matter is that Instagram ads, all of these platforms set up their systems in a way that you can answer all of these questions, okay? But I believe building a personal brand, plus you're not going to be like directly selling a product, you can decide to go broad. So for that reason, I could decide to leave this as the country. You guys know, if I was setting up ads for a product, I would definitely have taken this off, and I would say for that budget, I would just use maybe Lagos, and then I'll look for another state with high economic power, and maybe say Abuja. But for the fact that this is just us trying to build a personal brand and we're trying to encourage engagement, we don't need all of this. We don't need this, so we'll take that off and just use. Okay, now what does that show us? It says 5.8 to 6.9 million. Now, also another thing here, there's something. First, you click show options, minimum age. You are allowed to work through this too. For example, you are trying to build a brand that doesn't necessarily cater to like very young adults, and maybe you're going to be discussing very mature issues of life, or things that like older people can relate with, or you want them to engage with or in. Then you are allowed to move your minimum age. You can decide to move it up, right? So let us say in this example, I'm a personal brand, and I teach people all things personal finance and investing for people in corporate, right? I could decide to take this from 18 to 23. So the minimum age will be 23, and that would be a great place to start, right? Languages, we leave this the way it is. Sometimes, or most times, just put English all, just to be safe, right? Then we'll scroll down again. Advantage plus audience. Advantage plus audience. Now, here you are giving Facebook the liberty to choose just anybody across all of their platforms. I hope you know, I made a prediction about this last year, and it's already here now. I hope you know that you can now run ads on Threads, the Threads app. Very soon, definitely they would let you run ads on a platform like Edits too. So the new app Edits. So do you want this ad to be shown to people on every of their platform, or you want people on specific platform? Well, that's relative, and that depends on what you want. It truly depends on what you want. If you know that you run a platform where most of your audience are on Instagram or they're on Facebook, right? It all depends on that. For that reason, what you can do is you can come here to switch to original, and then you click use original audience. You click use original audience, and then now you're going to go work on that original audience. So how do you work on that? If you want this set up for you, for your business, so you can scale to your first 6 figures, 7 figures, and even 8 figures, then click the link below in the description, and someone on my team will get in there to speak to you how to set up. Custom audiences, you leave that the way it is. Now, we've already said 23, because don't forget, this is a personal brand. We're trying to grow a personal brand to teach people personal finance and investing for people in corporate jobs, right? Now, a 65-year-old still in corporate jobs? I wouldn't say so. Not a lot. So what do? We're going to take this down from 65, and let's take it to say 50, right? Let's take it to 50. Now, is this gender specific? Is personal finance and investing gender specific? No, it's not. It's for both men and women. So we're going to leave gender as all genders. Now, here in detailed targeting, in detailed targeting, you can actually put some of the things you are interested in, right? You can put some of the things you are interested in. But what I'm going to say is, for a personal brand that just wants to you're trying to build engagement on a video or a post, I do not think you should have anything in your detailed targeting, right? It is best to just leave it the way it is. Why? because this way you are opening the system to a lot of wonderful possibilities. Instead of coming in here and you start writing personal finance, it's an option, right? You can write that personal finance, business and finance, but if you leave it the way it is, it can even target people who have other interests but also are interested in personal finance. And you know that's a win for you. So for that reason, I'm going to leave this the way it is, and I'm not going to put anything as regards personal finance. I'm not going to put anything as regards personal finance or investing here, right? So I'm going to leave that empty, and then I'll scroll down a bit again. Now where it says placements, you can decide to use both placements or use just one placement. All right. So I'm going to come here and I'll click edit. Advantage placements is where you are telling Facebook, please distribute this advertising and let it show across all your channels, the major ones being Facebook and Instagram. But I want to tell you this, the fact that their parent platform is Facebook, that's Meta, a good chunk of your advertising budget would go to Facebook. All right, a huge chunk of your advertising budget will go to Facebook. That's why it's always best if you're running ads for Facebook and Instagram. I would always say let them be separate campaigns. Okay, but for this one, where I'm gonna say we don't know if our people are on Facebook or Instagram. If we know where they are, fine, you split it. But if you don't know, it's best to leave it open. So what I'll come do is I will leave it as advantage placements. I will scroll down to check inventory filter and everything's good, so I'll come to the ad level. Now on the ad level, this is where you're going to, we spoke about your project being the campaign. The campaign is your project. Say for example now, the government is trying to build a new road. Yeah? The campaign will be called Government Road Lekki Phase 1 2025. 2026, right? That's the campaign. The ad set is, who is that road being built for? Okay, say it's a road built for people living within Lekki Phase 1, right? Road for people living within Lekki Phase 1. It means on the ad set level, on this ad set level, I'm going to come in here and then on my location, I'll be writing all things Lekki Phase 1 in here, right? These are the people I'm trying to reach. Then on the ad level, since I'm trying to advertise that hello, we're the government and we're trying to build a road within Lekki Phase 1, my ad is going to be a video talking to people of Lekki Phase 1. I could start with a video saying something like, hello my great people of Lekki Phase 1. This is a new project by the government under the leadership of President so and so, right? That's it. That is my engagement and what to look like. But let's take this back to our personal finance for corporate people video. So I'm going to call it MrTrillLife personal or PF ad, PF vid ad. Meaning, what do you expect from me? What you expect from me here is a video of MrTrillLife speaking about personal finance and encouraging people to join the conversation. Yes, that's what to do in this video. So first thing I'm going to do is I can use one of two options. I can decide to create an ad and I'll come in here to where it says set up a creative and I would click email video ad and I'll add a video, right? I don't have any video talking about personal finance, of course, but I can decide to add a video. So I can decide to add this video, right? This is just a random video. Please don't pay attention to it. And don't forget we said all we're trying to do is we're trying to encourage people to engage with our ads. Look at it here. On the ad, post engagement. Maximize engagement with the post. So this is not about sending anything. What does that mean? That means our ad doesn't need a shop now button, a click here now button, right? It doesn't need all of that. It doesn't need all of that. So that is, the video is still processing. So while it processes, we are going to wait. Send WhatsApp message, and we know we don't need that. So we are going to turn that off. We're going to turn that off. We're going to come. We're going to add the video here. And don't forget, it's a personal finance ad. This is the video. right, is done processing, but it's going to be showing you all the platforms it will be shown on, right? That's the one thing it's going to do. So on Facebook feed, it's going to show like this. On Instagram feed, this is what you will see. The same video again. On Instagram stories, they're showing you what it will look like, right? On what platform is this? Instagram Explore, that's what it will look like. And on Facebook Marketplace, this is it. Don't forget that this is an ad, and this is for Instagram Reels. Don't forget this is an ad that will be shown across both platforms. Please, guys, I only advise that you start out with ads shown on 2 platforms when you don't know where your audience are. If you are very sure and you know that, these are my audience, this is where they are, this is where they confluence, this is where I get better results, maybe you're a personal brand that sells a course, this is where almost everybody is, then pick that platform. If you are not picking any particular platform, this is what it will look like. If you are picking a platform, you're going to come here, and you scroll down, and then the place where it talks about placements, you change from advanced placements to manual placements, and then you go select that particular platform. So in our case, which would it be? You can see that for the budget, we're going to use daily. This is the estimated daily results, 12,000 to 36,000 people that it will reach, and you get between 1,000 to 3,200 engagements. That's fair enough. So we're going to come here, and where it says devices, there's something, guys. This is Facebook ads in 2025, 2026, and beyond. I don't want you to waste your time trying to reach people on like a desktop and all, right? Almost everybody, 95% of people are on their mobile phones, right? So when setting up ads, it is very okay. You are well within your power to set it up to show people on mobile only, right? You get better results from that. Now for the platforms, like I said, when you don't know where they are, you pick both platforms. When you know where they are, you pick the single platform. Say in this case, they are just on Instagram. You've had better results, maybe selling your courses and doing whatnot with people on Instagram platform. What would I do? I'll pick only Instagram and I'll untick Facebook. Simple, as easy as that. As easy as that, guys. That's what I'll do. Scroll down, you can see that for Instagram, here are the channels you can use. Your ad can display on Instagram feed, the profile feed, Instagram Explore page. When they open their Explore, they'll find your ad. Explore home, Instagram stories, right? And also Instagram Reels. So that is where your ad will be displayed. Then also in Instagram search results. Instagram search results. So if it's just Instagram, I would say leave all the Instagram platforms checked. You don't want to start editing and editing until your ad is showing you that this is the pattern I'm following. Okay? Now, then you go to your ad. We've already set this up, so we said this is our ad, right? Now, what is our ad going to be talking about? My ad is, don't forget, it's an ad talking about personal finance and investing. Dear corporate family, what do you think is a better option for investing? 10% ROI on your investment for 10 years, or 2.5% ROI on your investment for the next 30 years. Share your thoughts below. Okay? You tell them share your thoughts. Tell them share your thoughts below in the comments. I type so slow, guys, right? So share your thoughts below in the comments. Then our video that we've made here we'll be talking about hello everybody or whatever. Of course, you don't start with hello everybody, but you just come on and you go straight to the bullet pitch. This is one way to make better returns on your investment. Or just start out with, I tried investing for 5 years and here's what happened. I invested a total sum of so and so for a 5-year period, and I noticed that every single time I did this was what came through, right? And then you speak about a second option, and then you use that for the video. You've written the text variation. You can ask AI to create or generate new variations for you, or by coming here and clicking this button that says generate new variations, right? And then to generate new variations for you, can you see? It says invest smart, weigh your options. Which one would you choose? The power of AI. Look at how many options that brought out for us. Out so much good options for us. 5 options, right? And then the call to action here, you can decide to use any one of these call to actions, right? The reason why I show you this call to action is because there's a WhatsApp button connected. If you turn off, so you come back to the ad set level, if you are sure and you turn off that WhatsApp, I believe when the video is displaying, I believe that ad will not be shown on WhatsApp. Right? I strongly believe that because you clicked conversion on your ad post engagement. So what you're going to do is, this is your first one, this is your first ad. But what I always advise is that for every campaign, every project you want to run, you need to run it from different angles. So I would say for your ad, make 5 different videos talking about this same thing you want to do. So that means we are going to come here on this ad level and I'll click duplicate. I'll click existing campaign, existing ad set. How many copies? 4 copies, right? And then I'll untick this, I'll click duplicate. So when everything creates, this is PF video 1. So the next one will be what? The next one will be PF vid 2. The next one will be PF vid ad 2. What would the next one be? PF vid ad 3. What would the next one be? PF vid ad 4. What would the next one be? PF vid ad 5. So this is just for video ads. If you decide to use images, you can decide to also run images in here, right? But so you just give the ad a name, then you come down to the creative itself and change what it looks like. How do you change it? You come here to where it says create ad, right? You scroll down a bit still, and then you click delete media, and then you add a new media, an image or a video, right? So you just add a new one, and that's the way you add it. You do it for all 5 of them. Next, do it for all 5 of them, and then you go to you click done. You can decide to come here and generate, just for this ad, you can generate new variations of your ad copy, right? Look at it. Corporate investing showdown, 10% ROI for 10 years or 2.5 for 30 years. Which option do you prefer? Look at it. They're all written differently. So now when people see your ad on, say, Instagram, on one ad, they'll see this video. One video talking about investment. On another ad, they'll see another video, this video, talking about investments too. So they are seeing different angles. They are thinking about it in different ways. But what will happen is that over time, you realize that Instagram, Facebook will pick the video that people resonate with the most. That's on them, not on you. So since it's not on you, what you can do is you control the things you can control by giving the system enough options to work with, right? And then you just let them run. And that would be our engagement campaign for personal finance and investments. That is going to be our video for a personal brand. Tell me below, what do you want me to cover next? You can tell me here, or tell me on the Instagram which one do you want me to cover next. If you are tired and you are frustrated from having to wait for likes, wait for engagement from more people on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook, then this is a way to speed up everything if you have the budget. And that's why I'm teaching you guys all of this for free, absolutely free, right? So thank you guys so much for coming on. I hope you've gotten a lot of value from this video. Hey, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope it really made a lot of sense to you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. There's going to be so much more videos like this. Mr. Trill Life out. Come.